Hey, everybody, we're going to talk about retention tonight. This is our leadership call, and we're going to be discussing the topic of retention and how we're going to retain these amazing customers that say yes to us. This is an ever-changing topic. So to all my friends on here tonight, if you got anything that is working for you, I want you to either, wait till the end and shout it out, or, please be a part of this conversation, because this is definitely not a one size fits all. I am not the end all be all. This is just ideas and, best practices that I've gathered along the way. So without further ado, let's get in and talk about retention. So, as we know, as a team, we really operate our Plexus lives in three different systems, right? So we've got our connection and prospecting, we've got our recruitment and duplication, and then it moves into retention and customer support. So we're here tonight talking about retention and customer support. So the truth is that this is going to be the longest system that your people are in if we do this right. So this is going to be the system. I've had people in this system for years and years and years. And you might be somebody watching this that you've been in the customer support realm for years and years and years. You've been a customer forever. So the point is that the first two systems, we want them to move relatively fast, right? We want to be connecting. We want to be getting people to join us. But when we kind of, move into that retention space. And so with retention, comes, a couple different elements that I think are really key. So when you are sharing, you want to make sure that you're tracking your customers in a certain way. I don't have an end all be all for this. We have, we have a graphic. If you need a customer tracker, please, comment, message me. I developed one, or, Janelle and I developed one for the convention presentation. Ooh, excuse me, that I did. But it's just something simple where you're basically, logging their name. We don't have to overthink this, guys. You can do it on a piece of paper. You can do it if you love, your notes application. Somebody smarter than me has something better. I don't know. But, ultimately, all you're doing is, keeping their name there. And a lot of times, what I do is I'm going into my virtual office. I'm going to that level 1 tab, and I'm just kind of looking, right? I'm going to see people doing the business, they're a different type of a check-in. A lot of times if people are doing the business, they're going to come to you with any health issues, and they're going to be speaking to you, but you don't want to take that for granted, right? We want to be touching people constantly in a very product support related way. But what you want to do is you just want to be, logging their name and then any notes. And so here's a kind of a sidebar with that, is that you may be operating a kind of a prospect organization system. They can move right over from that, and they can move into another. I'm letting somebody in right now. They can move over from that. But the whole point is you want to have a certain type of organization system that works for you. I'm not here to tell you what that looks like, but not doing it, or not having a system where you're regularly going into your level 1 tab and kind of doing those touches, it's going to hurt you. You're going to forget about people. It's not because they don't matter, guys. We know that you love people. You're doing this business. You don't help people go number 2 unless you have a big old heart. And okay, so just understand that, doing what you can to get organized is really, really crucial. If you need a customer tracker, I've got one. It's very simple, but anything is good. That's all you need. Okay, so with product support, here's another thing that you want to think about. We have people, we're a team that has high recruiters. Okay, we got people that get excited. We're Hype Town over here. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're like, okay. So with all that influx, We have to stay organized. And so what I have found with some of my newer teams that are, moving fast is that I'm not always somebody, and actually Marie Hatch on here, she was one of the first ones that we have a kind of a triplex graphic. And I'm like an OG, you guys. I've been somebody that like wants to talk to everybody once, but what I found is that sometimes if you find one of those graphics, and we can Google this, we can Pinterest it. I've got some ideas myself. If you find one that you align with and you really like it, I want you to make that a part of your process. Because I think a lot of times, if I'm totally honest, we have people, smart people, driven people, fast moving people that shy away from this business because they're afraid of how to support on the products. We don't have to do that. Okay. The graphic that Marie uses is really good. She actually, one of her customers, who's no longer with us, I don't think, found it on Pinterest. And she said, well, what do you think about this? And we thought, okay, well, I hate that less than I've hated other things. Okay. So I'm just being honest. Like, I like it. I like it. So the point is that you can use a graphic. You can just operate with best practices. If you really like to work with your level ones one-on-one about incorporating the products, however it looks for you, make it something that you just do on a regular basis. I'm not here. I'm not your mom. I'm not your boss. I'm not any of those things. Find something that you feel good about and do it over and over and over and over again. Okay, you guys, it doesn't matter what you do. It matters that you do it. Okay. And so I will say that if you're somebody that has felt insecure about how to move forward, especially some of that gut health is tough, right? It's easy to say how to do slim and active and ease. Like you can do all that at once, really, if you want to. It's easy to talk about how to incorporate lean. It's easy to talk about how to take, a vitamin with your food. But some of that gut health stuff is a little bit more difficult. So if you're somebody that really would like to operate from a graphic, we'll share that, in our leaders thread, we'll share, we'll get that to you. Because here's what I found. Once I was watching us do that for her organization, I started doing it for me. And, as much as it made my skin feel a little prickly because I was like, this feels like I'm not in control. Cause that's really what it is, you guys. Like when you're not wanting that, you just want to be in control. You want, so just understanding that the process is what matters. Finding something that you're willing to do over and over and over again for your customers, giving them a treatment that you can repeat. That's all this is, right? That, really that's the most important thing. Regular check-ins, obviously go in. Okay, Tara, we got you, girl. We'll get him, I promise. And I think there are a couple, too. So that's like a sidebar, but, anyway, regular check-ins, don't be afraid of this. I've noticed that we can be afraid of these check-ins too, if we don't feel confident in supporting in the products. We don't have to be afraid. We have tons of support. You guys, if you are brand new to this, or if you've been around and you've been afraid to just have those harder conversations, you have a web of support. No one is going to think anything about you to come and ask, because that's what we're there for. No matter what your education is, how long you've been doing this, any of those things, none of that matters. What matters is the customer being supported and you retaining them. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how we get them their information or their support. Okay. So the next thing is the wellness community. So something that we talk about in that PowerPoint, those 3 systems that really work for our team. Part of that is that continuous invitations to learning more. Okay. So especially if I'm pretty sure, thank you, Marie. Marie shared the graphic. Thank you so much. So she shared that graphic. So if you are, someone that uses the ATM method, which is add, tag, and message in our customer page, your customers may already be in wellness community, or you close them outside of that. They didn't, that didn't make sense for you to be, sharing in there with them. But that is another natural next step to get them into that community. And here's why. It's a constantly moving community. It's an incredible retention tool because things are always being shared in there. And the idea behind that page is that it's not a sales related page. There are sometimes we'll talk about it. We'll say, okay, buy this, get this, not a hard press. But really the whole point is that we're able to continuously invite to a deeper relationship with Plexus in that page. So what it can look like is, I know Molly has joined and she has type 2 diabetes. Okay. And she's doing great. She's feeling good. And I happen to see, Janelle or Jody post some kind of an amazing testimony about type 2 diabetes 4 months into her journey. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to think of her right away. And when we think of somebody right away, when we see a story, I love the idea of us tagging that person. Hey, Molly, I know you're doing great. But babe, listen, I saw this and thought of you right away. Let me know what you think. This isn't a sale. You made the sale. You are supporting the sale with this, right? Or, so-and-so's talking to you about, they're feeling great. They're talking to you about their nephew with ADHD, right? And you see, and you're like, you know what? She needs to know about Edge, right? And you go and you seek out something from Edge and you tag her in it, okay? And so I want you to just remember that just because we've made the sale, they're feeling good, we keep inviting them for more. Right. And guys, a lot of times if they're feeling good, yeah, we're going to invite them to post with a pink drink and tag us. We're going to invite them to share with their people, but we're also going to just continuously invite them to deeper experience with us. Maybe it looks like even inviting them to book club if they're kind of a brainiac type, or they are, someone who gets really excited about certain whatever the book club is, right? Something, right? I want you to be thinking about people always and connecting deeper, no matter what our resource is, because you guys, the holiday that's coming, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely incredible. You're going to be able to talk about this. You're going to be able to use this as a deepening tool to your current customers that are already happy, or maybe they're only on the slim and you're like, oh my God, I saw this. I thought of you right away. I know you love this kind of thing, right? So this is just a way that wellness community, or that tagging and, anything really, it's just a way to continuously deepen the conversation, and allow them to feel seen, present in your mind, right? They know that you've already made the sale. Right. So I love doing stuff that is not sale related to help people see that it was more for me. A lot of times we're so worried about that on the front side, but for me, I'm worried about that on the back side. Right. It's more important for me on the back side for them to feel included and connected and all that kind of stuff. So again, it's continuous invitations, kind of like what I said with that wellness community, continuous invitations. Maybe it's even an invitation to come to something in person. If you're someone who's connecting, Mandy does great with this. She's always we haven't done it lately. She hasn't done it lately. I don't know why, but just shit going on. We've been on vacation, no, don't mind us. We've been in the Mexican sun, but, she's really, really good at including, right? You will find people at her house that are buyers of the products that aren't, they're trying to do the business. Maybe they're not doing the business, but they're just and it's a great environment. And I love that about her. So if it's something that you could get excited about just gathering people, a lot of people, you know, we came out of that COVID era. People want to be around people, right? We were afraid to be around people for a while. We were Zoom city, right? And Zooms are kind of turning people off these days, and they want to be around people. So always showing that appreciation, whatever that looks like. And invitations equal appreciation. I hope you guys know that. Invitations equal appreciation. All right. So definitely know that. And before, and this is like I said, this is going to be kind of a shorter call, but I learned that Plexus Go, unlike the Engage app, Plexus Go is available to VIPs, right? So I screwed that up when I was advising someone brand new just recently, like earlier today. So I'll go back and, you know, get that all organized and lined out. But Plexus Go is a great reference. And like Kristen had said, it's, you know, certain things, and you may know this based on your own Plexus Go usage, certain items are open to you and not open to you, like based on the situation. There's little Ivy. So I hope that this helps, you know, just kind of get you in the mindset of how to expand your idea of retention. But what I want for you guys is to understand that retention truly is it is the golden ticket of this business. Okay. We love the yes, right? We love the yes. It's this big thrill. We're like feeling on top of the world. Our like butts are tingling. We're so excited with all the yeses. The first yes. But what I want you to get excited about, it's like, you know, it's like dating. Like when you get somebody to say yes to a date and you're like so excited, but then how can we get, you know, it's like a marriage, right? How can we keep investing back into our marriage and keep making our marriage exciting? Because the point is that when someone orders every month, they fucking are saying yes to you every month, right? You get that first yes, and we love that. But how can we still stay in excitement and congratulations and like thankfulness of every time they say yes? And what can that mean for deepening your organization, understanding how it expands your business, just by getting those regular, constant, you know, recurring subs. I mean, you know, I know it's less sexy. It feels less sexy because it's not getting us the newest, shiniest thing. The subs are not necessarily, well, unless they're brand new, they're not helping us earn Punta Cana and do those things, but they are helping you pay your mortgage. They're helping you pay for your car. They're helping. I swear to God. And I know that, you know, I think that the company does a really good job of tempering, right? Kind of dangling those, you know, the newness and some of the excitement around the newness. But the truth is that where the rubber hits the road and where we're so different than other companies is our retention, our residual commission, the way that we're paid. And I sort of alluded to this, but it's going to get even better. It's going to get even better. So get your retention game on lock. Okay. I can't say it any more plainly without like violating my NDA. Okay. So get your retention game together. Get a fucking worksheet, get a Post-it. I don't care what you do. Figure it out. Have the hard conversations, dig in, ask people if they're not happy, ask them to let you. Can I have the honor of finding you a new combo? Could I have the honor of working with you again? Because, you know, as much as I want to be 100% off the block, I'm not always 100%. Sometimes there's more under the hood than we know. Could we partner? Could we continue to have an open conversation? And you guys, I'll be honest with you, what I do at the very beginning is I always leave room for an upfront contract. An upfront contract is something in sales called this. Hey, If for some reason in 30 days you're not feeling this, do I reserve the right to find a new combo for you? Okay. That's called an upfront contract. Or this, if you're feeling more energy in the next 30 days, can we open the conversation of gut health? Right? If, when, right? If I, then what, right? Does that make sense? So the statement allows you to give them what they want or to see something in the short term and to commit for the long term. Okay? If I was able to show you XYZ, would you be open? Another one is, would you consider sharing? Right? If I can get you more energy in the next 30 days, would you this? If I can help you sleep in the next 30 days, would you this? Right? Doesn't matter what it is. Who knows? If I can do this, would you host a party? If I could do this, who cares? Fill in the blanks, it doesn't matter. Okay? The point is that when you get good at these conversations, your business will explode. Okay? Being unafraid of a no is really, really powerful. Being unafraid of someone rejecting you, because it's not rejecting you, it's rejecting what they believe is happening. It's what they believe that you are representing, maybe, right? It's what they don't know. They're rejecting what they don't know. So just know that if you start them on a triplex, that's about 5% less, 3% of what we offer as a company. So imagine that, right? Hey, I love this combo for you, but if for some reason you're not loving it in 4 weeks, do I have the right to change your combo for the next month? Can we talk about that, right? That's retention too, because here's the deal. The point is that we are not always going to hit it perfectly. Do we know that everybody in the whole world, including babies, need the triplex? Yes. Duh. Everybody's whole health sucks. The food sucks here on the planet Earth. It all sucks, right? But we have one shot. We can get them excited. And then all we can do is, so mastering the upfront contract, I would say, is a really great retention tool. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop recording.